Hi everyone, this is Joe from Two Blokes from Blighty. Before we get into today's episode, we're going to hear from one of my favourite humans, Josh Scar, and his podcast, Talking Smack.
Forget about it.
Alex, what would you say if I told you there's a nerd podcast out there that talks blockbuster movies, superhero comics, TV shows, anime, and so much more?
Josh, I would say that is literally every nerd podcast out there.
Alex, that's our podcast, Talking Smack, every Wednesday. We're supposed to be promoting it right now.
Yes, and we promote that with our amazing Upper Midwest Wisconsin accents.
Oh yeah, check out Talking Smack every Wednesday on your favorite podcatcher, don't you know?
Exactly. Crap, that was really good.
This is a great advert,
It's
isn't
a
it?
fantastic advert. More of that. Every night when the sky turns red up above, I feel the beat in my veins and I'm searching for love. You know, the hips don't lie and they'll leave you hypnotized. Just give me one more try to make you feel that vibe. This is Tim from Two Blokes from Blighty. I'm joined by my usual co-host, Joey Fitz.
Hi Tim.
Hello.
Usual question.
Yeah.
What was that?
That's Electric Callboy.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the opening lyrics of Ratatata.
Oh, okay. I'm not as familiar with Ratatata.
I've gotten well into Electric Callboy since she showed me them.
They're very good. Very
Yeah.
fun. Their cover of Cascada, Every Time We Touch, is fantastic.
Pretty phenomenal. Although I think my favorite one is either Techno Train or Pump It.
Pump It's good for the video.
Yeah, Pump It's great.
The video for Pump is really funny, and the bit that makes me laugh is when he's at the end, because the whole thing is based in a gym, and he's on his back, the camera's above him, and he's doing bench press, and he's doing it so quickly and so hard, he just throws the bar, and it never comes down. It's fantastic. Sorry, I'm joined by the punctual Tim Fitzgerald. Tim, how are you doing?
I was 5 minutes late to recording, so don't you call me punctual.
You take that back. Fantastic. Tim, we always start in the same place. Let's have a pub quiz question.
Pub quiz question of the week.
Pub quiz question of the week. Not a jingle, that's a sound effect at best.
What we have there is a fucking jingle, Tim.
Your pub quiz question of the week. Which ABBA song includes the lines "Take it now or leave it" and "Never promise"? So nothing promised, no regrets.
Waterloo?
It's not Waterloo. I'm going to give you two more guesses and then we'll move on.
ABBA songs. The only ABBA songs that are coming to my mind are Mamma Mia, Waterloo. That's it. Is it Mamma Mia?
It's not Mamma Mia. Do you want one more punt if you can think of an ABBA song?
I know more ABBA songs, but I've been put on the spot here, right? I can't think of a single one.
No? Not across their entire back catalogue. They're pretty famous.
I know, but I don't like them.
All right, fair enough.
It's
All
like
right,
saying, what's your favorite Fleetwood Mac line? And I'm like, well, don't fucking like Fleetwood Mac.
I love Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, I know you do.
I like them a lot.
You like that terrible, is it Reasons?
Rumours. It's one of the best albums ever written.
Yeah, you say that. I've listened to it and I did not enjoy it. So there's one bass line that Fleetwood Mac have done, and it's
You're
carried
thinking of the Chain.
everything they've done.
You're thinking of the Chain, the boom, boom, that
Yeah.
one.
That one bass line, which is good, and the rest
Oh no, I love it.
is not. Fleetwood Mac are designed to make two people publicly hate each other.
Well, I like it.
Good.
Yeah.
Fab. Well, no, I don't know the answer, Tim.
All right, well, we'll come back
I'm
to that at the end
sure
of
I'll
the
think of other ABBA songs throughout the episode, but for now,
That's going to come out awful in the edit.
it's probably not going to make the edit, let's be honest.
That'll be fine.
So, if it didn't make the edit, we called the lovely Dan. He sang for us. We laughed, and we got the right answer.
It was Voulez-Vous.
Voulez-Vous.
All right, I'll give you a different quiz question for the end then.
How does Voulez-Vous go? I know the chorus.
Voulez-Vous.
And then what?
Da, 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 da,
You
da.
don't know.
No,
Good. Okay, great.
I'm not as big of an ABBA fan as Dan is.
You know what? He is
Clearly.
Danaba from Casting Views.
I'll let you come back to that one while you think over this this other quiz question I've got. Complete the title of this Disney song. Never smile at a blank.
I could come up with some really horrific jokes here.
There are some very low-hanging fruit jokes here that we're not going to do.
Sometimes, Tim, the low-hanging fruit is the tastiest. It's the juiciest.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go for it now.
No, leave that to someone else.
Sorry, never smile at a what?
Blank.
Blank. Never smile at a frown.
No. Shockingly, that's not it.
Never smile at a cat.
No.
Dog?
I think people smile a lot at cats and dogs all the time, to be honest. They quite liked.
All right, never smile at someone who works for social services.
That's a little too obscure even for Disney.
Right, we'll get the answer at the end of the fucking podcast.
Yes, there you go. Let's move on to days of the week.
Yes, Tim. This episode goes out on Wednesday, the 8th of August.
Yep.
I've just said what day it is, so I'm not going to ask you again. But I am going to play you a lovely score that I put together this week. Last week, I didn't put it together.
It is Wednesday, my dudes. 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 Watch him Wednesday. Watch him dude. 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 He'd be Wednesday down the street. He'd be Wednesday to the beat. He'd be Wednesday down the street. He'd be Wednesday to the beat. My dudes. It is Wednesday. My dudes. It is Wednesday.
Tim, it's Wednesday. I've just looked at the recording. We started 12 minutes ago and we've only got to the days of the week. So,
well, it's a good thing we don't have too much on the running order.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, a couple of days for you this week. Actually, doesn't go out Wednesday the 8th because Wednesday the 8th is actually Thursday the 8th. It goes out on Wednesday the 7th of August. Okay.
Exciting.
So, 3 days for you.
Yep.
National Sea Serpent Day.
Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty cool.
I do like a sea serpent.
Slightly less cool, but just as fun. National Raspberries and Cream Day.
That's fine, I guess. It's not as cool as a sea serpent.
National Lighthouse Day.
Well, I mean, that and the sea serpent kind of go together.
Yeah, if your sea serpent is banging into rocks at night, what do? You put a fucking lighthouse up.
There's something very euphemistic about that sentence.
If you want to look into it, that's between you and your therapist. It's
me and Dr. Freud.
Tim, which one of these makes you want to fuck your mother? I said, which one of these do you want to take? But you heard what you thought you heard.
Yeah. I mean, my therapist tells me to take meaning from what I want. No, I'm going to go with Sea Serpent Day because that's cool.
Okay, nice. National Sea Serpent Day. And Tim,
yep.
How do you want people to celebrate?
I want the audience to send us really shit versions of sea serpents in the Discord. I want like MS Paint drawings of sea serpents.
Okay. Nice. Can I just say that the reaction to last week's send us a picture of your dog or a nearby dog
was
great. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah. More dog pictures, please.
Yeah, I mean, don't feel like you have to wait for
December 2nd.
December the 2nd to send us dogs. Just send us dogs.
I know that off the top of my head because I've marked it in my calendar now.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Never, ever, ever stop sending us pictures of the dogs. Even if you sent them before, keep sending them because we love dogs.
Yeah. But this week, MS Paint pictures of sea serpents, please. Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Great.
They're great. Tim, last week we spoke about you booking something on your bucket list, your trip to Japan.
Yes.
In the running order, you've written something which I really like, which is Japlans.
Yeah, we've started making Japlans for our trip to Japan.
I'm
not going to go through everything because we've got a very long list of shit that we want to do.
How many days are you there for?
13.
How many days are you going to let Payne eat for?
I'm thinking 2, 3.
Oh, she better stock up on those like a squirrel.
Yeah, just hock him in the cheeks like a hamster. I can remember having a hamster once, and I gave it a carrot baton that was a bit too big for it, and it just like it looked like when it tried to cram it into its cheek that it was swallowing a girder. Like,
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool
and
story.
that's how you vision your girlfriend.
no, let's not go there. So in terms of things that we are looking at doing, I'm just going to pick some random ones from the list here because we've got about 50 things on list at the minute. So
50 for 30 days.
13 days.
Sorry, 13 days.
Yeah, so a lot of Japan's quite spread out aside from like but when you're in the cities, everything is very close together, but the cities are far apart.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got it grouped by like Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Kobe, that sort of thing. So we are going to go check out a capsule hotel one night. That'll be fun.
That's awful, Tim.
Have you ever seen them?
The capsule hotels?
Yeah.
My closest thing that I have to a capsule hotel, and I think we've spoken about it on this very pod, is the Easy Hotel we stayed at in Luton.
Yes,
shit. I don't know why anyone in their right mind would decide to go, oh, this is something the size of a coffin. I'd love to go out, seek this out and sleep in it.
Well, the reason that most people do it is because it is very fucking cheap. You can stay in a capsule for about £10 a night. It works out to.
That, Tim, correct me if I'm wrong, you already have a hotel.
In Japan, yes, but we're looking at doing this in Osaka.
Osaka is where?
Further south.
You said we are in Japan.
Oh yeah, sorry, we're staying in Tokyo for the most part, but we're going to Osaka.
And how much is a cheap hotel in Osaka that isn't a Tic Tac box that you sleep in?
60, 70 quid.
Do you have a double or are you two singles?
Well, this is the one that I think we're looking at. I'm just going to send you a picture of it on WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay. Tim, you look like lab rats.
My spirit animal.
That's horrible.
No, it looks great.
It looks like a sex experiment.
It's a little glass box for the bed.
For those listening, why you would still be listening after the fucking start to this podcast, I don't know. It's a corridor of windows leading directly onto double beds.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Tim, that's vile.
No, it'll be fine.
Take a UV light with you and I promise you, come everywhere.
Let's not ask questions we don't want the answers to, Joey.
I really thought you were going to say, let's wait until I've left the room.
What else have we got? We want to go to the Cup Noodle Museum.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen this.
No, but it sounds like the lamest thing I've ever heard of.
It's like dried noodles, a bit like pot noodle, but you get to make your own while you're there. Yeah.
You're going to spend this whole 13 days memeing over Japan, aren't you?
Not all of it.
You're going to come back. We're going to have a special two blokes because you've got so much to tell. And it's going to be like, well, I made noodles one day. Oh, yeah. What else did you do? Slept in a sex cage for one. Oh, yeah. Okay. What else did you do? I didn't let Payne eat for any of the other days. And then I came home. That's it. That's your whole journey.
We are looking at a couple of other things as well. Like obviously there's like the Pokemon centers because you've got to, and we're there for Pokemon Day. So, but one thing I am particularly interested in trying is McDonald's over there. Joey's just headbutt the microphone. It looks interesting.
You're going to Japan.
Yeah. They have different menus.
Do Japanese things.
We are.
Eat a fucking sushi.
We will eat one sushi, but like
no more. Have some Wagyu beef.
We are going to have some Kobe beef.
Whatever, Wagyu, wasabi, Kobe beef, whatever the beef you want to have. Do that. Don't get a fucking McChicken sandwich.
No. They do like banana macarons and cheese and bacon potato pie. I think they had a banana milkshake that was
Japanese here, Tim.
I think they had like a banana milkshake that was Minions themed at one point.
So you're gonna go to Japan,
yep,
to McDonald's,
yep,
to have potato skins and bacon and a banana fucking milkshake.
No, banana macaron.
And sorry, no, you said a banana milkshake.
I don't know
but
if they're
it was
doing that
Minions
anymore, though, is the
themed.
thing.
So, Tim, make the most of the trip when you're there.
That's what we're doing. It'll be for
No,
lunch or
you're
something.
not. Stop it. Do Japanese things.
We're looking at the
Don't make
Japanese
this a
menu.
tragic bucket list. It sounds awful.
No,
We're going to go and make pot noodles.
Oh, what an
I
experience.
did not think I would need to tell you. When you're in Japan, do something that you can only do in Japan.
That's what
please.
we're doing. Where else do you get to do that?
Tim, on the day one of your dream holiday when we did that episode, you wanted to go and stare at an intersection.
Not just any
Seriously,
intersection.
Tim.
There should be a crossing.
Do something Japanese,
That's
please.
what we're doing. You should see our list.
Japanese McDonald's does not. Tim, if Japanese McDonald's is big enough on your list to tell me in this episode,
It's not.
it's
I just
not
plucked
ambitious
it from a list.
enough.
I just plucked it from a list.
Shouldn't have thought about your plans.
Oh, that's amazing. We are also going to be going Japanese thrift shopping at some point just to see, what we can get there.
Thrift shopping.
Yeah.
So you're going to McDonald's to make pot noodles and to charity shops
And sleeping in a capsule.
and sleep in a sex capsule.
Only in Japan.
Well, glad it's you spending the money and not me. Let's put it that way.
It'll be great. Do you want to move on from Japan's?
Unless there's something actually Japanese on your list, then
Well,
yes.
I want to keep a lot of it secret so I have shit to talk about when I come back.
But the point in telling us now is so that you can go, this is what I'm planning, and then you can come back and go,
I just
this
plucked
is
from
what
a
I
list.
did.
We just plucked four things from a list.
You plucked 4 things from a list. You said there's about 50 on there, so we're just shy of 10% of the things, right?
All right, fine. We are going to be going to the Asahi Suita Brewery,
So a beer you can buy here.
but it's made over there.
It's like, okay, all right. 10%, none of it appealing. Well done, Tim.
We're also going
As
to
long as it
a
says-
brewery.
That I'm on board with. That is Japanese.
Yeah.
The rest of it is not. Apart
Where
from
is the brewery?
sex pod thing. Unless you're going to find out the brewery is like ludicrously out of the way and you can't do it.
No, it's in Kobe.
Oh, I'm going to go to H&M and then I might go to TK Maxx and I'll get a KFC and then I'll go to bed.
I don't think we have TK Maxx or H&M over there.
That was you, by the way.
You know, KFC is very popular at Christmas over there.
I did know that. When
Yeah.
are you going?
February.
Not Christmas.
Yeah.
Don't go to KFC.
We
Don't
are
go to McDonald's.
we're going home and we were we were doing some planning last night and we found out we're going to miss the penis festival, so I'm a little bit sad about that.
Tim, you're staying in a capsule sex room. You make your own penis festival.
Oh, all right. Let's move on to this.
I haven't put this on the running order, but it's really made me think about this. Have I told you about the conversation I had with Dad on the phone the other day?
No.
I was having a conversation with Dad, and out of nowhere, he said, "Oh, I just remembered I've got a bone to pick with you." And I thought, "Oh shit, what have I done?" And ages I was going, "What have I done? I feel like I've done something wrong." He went, "I've been listening to the podcast." And I was
Yeah,
like,
he's an avid
"Oh,
listener.
oh my God, what is it? What have I said that Dad needs to pick a bone with me?" And he was like, "Really makes me laugh. I really enjoy it." I was like,
That's not a bone
"Dad,
to pick.
I was shitting myself that I had said something incriminating. But now he knows that you're going to make a penis festival in a cheap sex room in Japan. So
Be
enjoy
funny.
that. Enjoy that. Yeah, I'm
He's
sure that'll be a
definitely heard the story
conversation.
about me shitting on a closed toilet.
Has he?
Definitely.
Definitely. And I also told him that coming up, because he's not up to date yet. He's going through the back catalogue for some reason.
Yeah, God help him.
But I told him that the story of him hucking a jellyfish is going to come up soon, and it always makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal story.
There you go. There you go. Tim, where do you want to go next?
I love this game. Football story.
Yeah, okay, cool. Let's do it. Football story. Here we go.
When up from the back, El Mahane, right foot, whips it. Oh, jeez, he beeps, man.
Now San Maximo might have a chance to run and does. Can he play a colleague through? It's Jacob Murphy released. Murphy 1-on-1. Jacob Murphy to win it. Oh, they've got it in the net!
Oh, O'Connell's mistake. McGinn.
And of course, I love this game!
Do you know what I always think about that jingle?
What's that?
I think it's going to go, talk it away. I don't know what's left to say. I'll say it anyway. But it's not, because it's a football bit. Tim, what is the usual criticism leveled at footballers nowadays?
Too rich, pay too much.
Paid too much. So, do you want to hear about a story about a footballer who did not do his part to dispel this rumour?
Oh, God, go on.
This is a story about a man named Jermaine Pennant. It's not a long story, but it is a funny story.
All right.
Jermaine Pennant was a Premier League footballer, and in his day was a very good Premier League footballer who had a bit of a drop-off. He had years at Liverpool, he played for Arsenal, and he played for Stoke. He was a professional for 18 years, Tim. So over that time, he made a lot of wonga.
Yep, sure.
Jermaine Pennant forgot that he owned a house in Cheshire.
How do you forget that you own a house?
He forgot that he owned a mansion in Cheshire.
How do you think you own a mansion?
Well, you have enough money to own multiple mansions. But the funny thing about this mansion is when people realised Jermaine Pennant had forgotten that he owned it, what happened? Oh, weed farmers broke in and made it their weed farm.
Brilliant.
So Jermaine Pennant's house was being used by squatters as a weed farm. 2 years after this had started, fire broke out at the house and almost burnt it to the ground, taking almost all of the roof off of it and leaving only a couple of the walls and a foundation. And it was at this point that Jermaine Pennant was notified that his house burned down, and he said, "What? I didn't know I owned that house." The other thing Jermaine Pennant forgot that he owned was a I'm going to spoil what he forgot here, but Jermaine was an avid collector of high-end cars.
Sure.
He loved cars, and he owned a Ferrari F430, an Aston Martin DB9, a Lamborghini, a Porsche GTS, several Range Rovers. He also liked to holiday in places like the Maldives, the Bahamas, the Seychelles, and Dubai. Whilst in... which one was it? I think it was the Seychelles. Yeah, maybe it wasn't. Hold on. Let's have a look. I'm going to cut this down.
Sure.
In Zaragoza. He was in Zaragoza in Spain.
Sure.
He forgot that he owned his Porsche GTS and left it there for 5 months before someone contacted him and said, "Are you ever going to pick up this car from our train station?" Club officials were forced to open the car at Real Zaragoza, the club that he was playing a friendly at when he forgot the car. They were forced to open the car. I'm surprised to discover that the keys were left on the front seat.
So you just left the keys there?
Yeah, he just left the keys on the front seat of the car.
For 5 months in a different country?
5 weeks.
Five weeks, right.
I did say 5 months. I think it's 5 months. Sorry. This is a terribly put together story section. 5 months. So 5 months he just left his car there. It wouldn't be so bad, but the registration, right?
Mm-hmm.
People with lots of money like to make private registrations. Can you guess what he had his registration as?
It's going to be like money or bills or car number 4 or something like that.
It's literally his name, Pennant. P3NNANT. Jermaine Pennant.
Brilliant.
He forgot he owned a mansion that burned down, and then he forgot he owned a car in Zaragoza. When they reminded him that he left this Porsche GTS and the keys on the front seat, he said, "Don't know how I get it back now, so just keep it."
Right, fine.
So there you go. That's the story of Jermaine Pennant.
I do have a story about footballers and house.
Do you want me to end the section, or do you want me to do this as part of I Love This Game?
I'll quickly roll into I Love This Game.
Okay.
Back when I used to work in an energy company, I was sat on a team, and a buddy of mine on my team took a call. And a very common thing that happens is obviously people move house, and then whoever claims financial responsibility of the property takes over from a particular date, normally the move-in date or the date the keys transfer or whatever. And my buddy got this call, and as soon as he got off the call, he was like, "That was weird." And I was like, "What's up?" And he goes, every single one of these people who's listed against this house has been a Manchester City player. Like, that's weird. And he goes, "I think that might be fraudulent. I'm going to go and report it to the fraud team." Like, all right, cool, fair enough. Reported it. Got a thing back about 10 minutes later, being like, "No, that's just like the transfer house for Manchester City. So like, when players get essentially either brought over or they're in the process of changing teams, they'll stay at that house and the club will pay for it."
Yeah, that's a. No, I wouldn't say that's a common thing, but like a lot of players will rent big mansions from other players. So let's say player A plays for Manchester City and then gets transferred to Real Madrid. So he moves to Real Madrid. Player A still owns the house, but he rents it out to a new player that Manchester City bring into the club. So for a while, I think it was Jurgen Klopp, who was the ex-Liverpool manager, was renting a house from Brendan Rodgers, who was the ex-Liverpool manager before him.
Interesting.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's I Love This Game. Here's the jingle.
Men are up from the back. El Mahani right footed. Whips it. Oh, jeez, he beeps, man.
Now Sam Maxima might have a chance to run and does. Can he play a colleague through? It's Jacob Murphy. Released. Murphy 1-on-1. Jacob Murphy to win it. Oh, they've put it in the net!
Oh, O'Connell's mistake. McGinn.
And of course, I love this game.
There you go, Tim.
That's I Love This Game. Should we talk movies or should we talk stupid meme DMCAs?
Let's talk DMCAs and then let's very carefully talk about a film.
Yeah. So Joey has shown me this thing before and called Skibbity Toilet. Right.
You sound so disappointed.
I fucking hate that we're talking about this. It's incredibly stupid. But can you just like quickly rattle through what it is?
I don't really know. It's a man from Gmod.
Correct.
With his head in a toilet saying Skibbity Toilet.
Yeah.
And there's a whole lore around it where Skibbity Toilet are fighting something or other, and I don't fucking know. Gen Z or Gen Alpha or whatever they are, love that shit.
I don't understand it. It might be the first time.
We're old, Tim.
I was going to say, this might be the first time I actually felt out of touch with a generation. So, the reason I put Skibbity Toilet DMCA on there, I don't know if you've heard, but there is a series and movie being adapted when apparently Michael Bay is involved.
Right.
Yeah, because this is just the planet we're on now. But I guess in preparation for the movie and the distribution rights for a movie, whoever the publisher of the movie is has like lawyered up and started filing like DMCAs and takedowns of stuff that you know resembles Skibbity Toilet. Do you know who received a DMCA?
Valve.
Not Valve. The creator of Gary's Mod.
Really?
Received a DMCA that cited that apparently it had a unlawful use of Skibbity Toilet's assets.
But Skibbity Toilet's assets are Gary's Mod assets.
Correct, which are in turn Valve's assets from Half-Life.
So how can they DMCA? Sorry, for the audience, I had to ask this before we started. What is a DMCA?
DMCA is a digital media copyright action. So essentially like a notice, like a takedown notice.
So how can Skibbity Dickhead DMCA anyone if they don't actually own the assets?
So from what I understand, apparently the guy who, I'm going to use the word made very loosely here, Skibbity Toilet, apparently the guy who made it is pretty renowned for like sending out DMCAs for a bunch of shit anyway, that he just either doesn't have ownership or claim to. But from what I get from what I've read, this is more like the lawyers not understanding where Skibbity Toilet has come from, and so they just kind of see this thing is the same as this thing, but we're protecting this thing, so we must take down that thing.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
It's incredibly stupid, and of course it's being appealed.
Tim, what would you like to DMCA?
There is someone who has copied our billboard, a guy called Wambembo.
And people keep coming up to you going, Wembembo, have you changed your name? It's different on the billboard. Are you
and your little
Wambembo now?
Your character's blue now.
And what do you say to them?
I say that's like a Goku transformation, first of all.
Right, so he's saying Wambembo is you but leveled up?
No, the blue one is, but the name isn't. Goku doesn't change his name when he levels up.
I don't, Tim. This conversation is too weeby for me already. Yeah. I know who Goku is, and I know that he does Super Saiyan, but that's it.
Yeah.
So even though I used to watch Dragon Ball Z a lot, I quit while I was very far ahead of losing my head down the skibbity toilet that is Dragon Ball. Yeah, so that's what you DMCA is Wambembo.
Yeah, what about you?
I would DMCA Slade.
Oh yeah? What for?
Driveway Beers.
Oh yeah?
Because he described it as the American Two Blokes from Blighty.
Did he describe it as that?
Well, I asked him and he said yes.
Okay.
So I entrapped him. I've been watching...
Which is also a crime.
I've been watching... No, I didn't entrap him.
Good coverage. Thank you, lawyers.
I've been watching Suits, so I now know these things.
I see.
I'm going to hand him a subpoena and file a motion to dismiss his DMCA against us because he feels that we skibbitied his toilet.
I file to the jury
that our listeners,
the jury, that we dismiss this case on the grounds of arson.
Because we're just arsing around.
Oh, we're arsing around.
That was a joke from Wallace and Gromit.
Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Yeah, what a film that is.
What a film. Should we talk about a movie?
Yes. And if you can hear crunching whilst we talk about this, that's Tim and I treading on eggshells.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of eggshells to be trodden on around here for this one.
So hold on.
El jingle.
I don't have a jingle on there. Movies. I'll put the jingle in. Yeah, if I remember, I didn't in the first one.
Movies.
We
watched Team America. For those who are unaware, Team America is a 2004 film directed by Trey Parker and written by Trey Parker and Matt Stone of South Park fame. If you enjoy South Park style of humor, certainly around the early 2000s, you're probably going to like this quite a bit. It's very much a commentary on, American patriotism and hey, America is the law of the world, looking to the Iraq War and the Afghanistan War, but it's done in the style of a puppet thing, like akin to the Thunderbirds or Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons. And I really like this movie. I think it's great. It's got some. I don't think its jokes have aged particularly well, especially in the very modern culture where I'm not, without wanting to sound like a fucking boomer, where everything can be considered offensive to some degree. I don't think this film would be released in a modern scale. You're
just a woke snowflake, Tim.
I'm just a woke snowflake.
I agree completely. I love this film. However, Kim Jong-un's character's whole thing is that he has a speech impediment. And it's even the speech impediment is racist. So that kind of hits the level of every single joke in this is at somebody's expense.
Yes.
But it is funny.
It is funny.
Tim, what's your favourite highly offensive joke?
Hmm. I do have one, but I don't know if I can say it.
What is it? And I might bleep it.
When they're in Cairo, it's how all the Egyptian people talk.
How do they talk?
When they're just like durka durka durka.
That's not just Cairo. That's everyone in the Middle East.
Yeah.
And
there you go. That's a better way of phrasing it. They do a very caricaturesque version of just Middle Eastern dialects, and it's very silly, but it makes me giggle.
Yeah, I'm going to cut all that out because it's my favorite joke as well. My favorite joke is when they're chasing the terrorists, and he goes, "4 terrorists heading down Bakalaka Dock Street."
It's we should probably talk about the plot. Team America is a world police organization.
You've got 1 minute to describe the plot, Tim.
Okay, Team America is a world police organization, and they are there to stop terrorists after one of their team is killed. Their leader, Spotsworth, goes out looking for a new member of the team, and they end up hiring Broadway actor Gary Johnston because of his incredible ability to act. And he joins Team America, fighting terrorists around the world, only for it to go wrong and a terrorist attack goes off, essentially.
Yeah.
And it turns out that Kim Jong-il has been funding and supplying the terrorists with their money and equipment. And so the plot then becomes Kim Jong-il stages a fake world peace conference with the Film Actors Guild, and they kill Kim Jong-un, but it turns out he's a cockroach and he flies away into space.
Kim Jong-il or Kim Jong-un?
Un.
Okay, you switched between them there, and I couldn't remember when I said it, so...
It's been that long since I've thought about Kim Jong-un, so...
Well, fair enough. The other thing we should say, Tim, is you are famously a lover of musicals.
I do love a musical.
And this is a musical.
It is a musical.
What's your favourite song?
I mean, it has to be America Fuck Yeah. Like, I came upstairs after watching this, because I was watching this on the TV downstairs. And I was like, I said to Payne, it's amazing how amped America Fuck Yeah gets you.
It's not the best one. There's 2 better than it.
Is it Sad America Fuck Yeah?
No.
Is it Everyone Has AIDS?
That is one of them. Let's say, first of all, Everyone Has AIDS is where they find Gary Johnston because he's performing in, and it's a piss take of Rent, which is... Do you know the story of Rent?
I don't. I've never actually seen it.
Okay. But Rent, there's a lot of struggle around, I can't remember whether it's drug use or homosexuality, and someone in Rent gets AIDS and they are going to die from it. And Team America's way of doing this is Everyone Has AIDS.
It's very immature, and I think that's what this film could be described as immature, but it's funny.
There's one more that's funnier than all of them, Tim, and I need you know what it is.
Is it the Kim Jong-il opening number of the World Peace song? No. Is I'm so lonely.
Say it properly.
I'm so lonely. I can't help that he has a speech impediment.
The song on the OST is "I'm So Lonely."
It's very funny.
It is very funny. It's just a dumb film.
It's incredibly dumb.
Watch this film.
There is a fucking brilliant scene where Gary is kind of like, he's burnt out, he's depressed, and he goes drinking at a bar, and the barman kicks him out, and he ends up throwing up in an alleyway for about 5 minutes straight. And when he eventually passes out, it's just like a mile of sick, just in the line in front of him.
I really like the speech the homeless man gives him.
Everybody is either dicks, pussies, or assholes.
3 types of people in this world: dicks, pussies, and assholes.
It's a great speech.
And he's like, dicks? Well, dicks, fuck assholes.
The thing that gets me is when Gary's confessing his feelings to Lisa, and he's like, I can't get involved with you because it hurts too much when you lose someone. And he says, I understand. He goes, although if you could promise me that you'd never die, I'd make love to you right now. He like whips around and he's like, I promise I will never die.
And then you have a very strangely graphic sex scene for 2 characters that don't have genitals.
And the other thing I loved about this movie, and it's obviously a bit of an homage to Thunderbirds and Captain Scarlet, the puppet strings. I
Mhm.
feel like the puppet strings a lot of the time were part of the joke, especially in like the combat scenes where they're like trying to do combat with each other and they're just slamming puppets into each other.
It's really good. It's really good. What I don't think I've ever said, you know this because you were there, but when we were growing up, I used to have a portable DVD player and one DVD.
Team
And
America.
I watched Team America without exaggerating. I must have watched it every night for a year.
God damn. Fanatics envy.
Maybe more than a year. I could recite all of Team America when I watched it, and I haven't watched it for about 15 years.
Could still do it?
If it was on, I could. I couldn't do it just as is now.
Not from memory.
Not from memory. No, good film, though. Tim, what would you rate it out of 10?
I am going to give it a 7.
Okay, cool.
What would you rate it?
I think you need to get to grips with the 2020s because this shit is not acceptable. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10.
Okay, sorry. I'll promise to be more forward-thinking for a film in 2004.
No, it's funny. It's funny. I'll give it a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. 6.5. We'll go for a 6.5.
6.5. Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. Tim, what does that give us? A 6.75?
Something like that.
Tim, it's 6.75.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yes, it is something like that.
Tim, do you want to do jokes?
Well, what's the film you're picking?
Oh, I don't even know. I hadn't even thought about it. I said Hot Rod before, but now I don't want to do Hot Rod because it's too fucking similar to the other one we watched with him in, which I've even forgotten the name of. Pop Star Never Stop Stopping. Let me just log into Netflix and see what they're suggesting is good at the moment.
I really like this one review of Team America on Letterboxd that just says Matt Damon knocks it out the park.
Oh yeah, the Matt Damon joke is brilliant.
All it is so for the audience,
do you know why they did this?
They wanted to get Matt Damon for the role, but he refused, and so they just put a Matt Damon puppet in, and all he says is Matt Damon. That's all he does.
They make him out to be really stupid, and all he says is Matt Damon, Matt Damon.
I was reading a thing on the IMDb page of Team America. Where the fuck is it gone? IMDb Team America. Here we go. In the credits of Team America, the following people did not authorize use of their names or contribute any performances to this motion picture: Alec Baldwin, Hans Blix, George Clooney, Matt Damon, Janine Garofalo, Danny Glover, Ethan Hawke, Helen Hunt, Samuel Jackson, Peter James, Kim Jong-il, Michael Moore, Sean Penn, Tim Robbins, Susan Sarandon, Martin Sheen, and Liv Tyler.
Well, I mean, are you surprised?
Yeah.
Tim, I'm going to give you mystery box. Do you want 1, 2, or 3? And I'm going to warn you now, 2 of those films are not something I would choose to watch.
I'm going to go with 1.
You have chosen poorly.
I'm listening.
We're watching Minions: Rise of Gru.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because it's second in the Netflix charts. Do you want to know what the other 2 you could have chosen were?
Go on.
One was Lyle the crocodile.
No, I've heard that's pretty good.
Huh?
I've heard that's pretty good.
Okay. And then the other one is War Dogs.
I've not heard of War Dogs.
War Dogs looks great. I might watch that anyway.
But yeah, we're going to watch
Minions: Rise of Gru.
I can't wait for Eep Eep Banana for 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Well, I assume that's all that like all of it's going to be within 30 minutes. All that.
Tim, 1 hour 27 minutes.
I need to find a gun and shoot myself.
That was the movie section. Eep Eep Banana.
I do want to talk about one other movie thing, and I'm curious to get your thoughts on this.
Okay, because I know what this is, because it's in the running order.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Tim.
You're not a big Marvel films guy either, right?
I have watched a fair few of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're okay.
They're fine. They're entertaining.
I don't know that they always are.
No, not all of them. Some of them are dreadful, but
The thing that I don't like about Marvel films is you can go, and how did it end? Oh, half an hour fight scene.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Also, the fans are fucking mental.
Most of them, but there is a few that aren't.
Yeah.
Like our friend Josh from Talking Smack.
Josh is one of the good ones.
He's the good one.
He is the only good Marvel fan. But you know who plays Iron Man in Marvel?
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. Who's coming back as Victor Von Doom?
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. I know at the end of Endgame, is that the big one with Thanos gets killed? Spoilers.
Wow, Tim. Wow.
I mean, I
haven't seen that yet. I have seen that. I actually went to a midnight showing, Tim, and it was very odorous. Let's just say that.
I had the same experience with Star Wars. What was the episode 7?
I don't think I've seen it.
The Last Jedi or The Force Awakens.
Wait. I've seen. Sorry, we're going off on a tangent here, but we'll go back in a minute. Is The Force Awakens, is that the one where the spoilers, big spoilers, I'm saying that now, it ends with them finding Luke Skywalker on a rock?
I think so.
I saw that one in the cinema.
Rise
like I was watching
Skywalker, I think it might be actually.
It felt like I was watching episodes 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, the greatest hits.
Let me just quickly check.
It was the first one with Kylo Ren in.
The Force Awakens, then The Last Jedi, then Rise of the Skywalker. I saw The Force Awakens at a midnight screening, and it was smelly. Anyway, going back on track to this, I know that at the end of one of the Avengers movie, they established that multiple timelines can exist because Tony Stark casually invents time travel. But is it not going to be incredibly distracting for the guy who played Iron Man, who quite famously died in one of the movies, to come back as a major villain, but as a completely different person?
I don't think it is. And do you want me to explain why?
Is it going to be that Marvel fans don't think about it that hard?
I think they do think about it that hard, but I'll explain to you why I think this works. They've already said that the first place Von Doom is going to appear is in a post-credit sequence. I can't remember which film. For that post-credit sequence, which famously are like a minute, Robert Downey Jr. is being paid $40 million. So they'll work it out. And he won't care because he's getting paid.
He's getting money, but he's walking out laughing at this. But I think as someone who is a very casual Marvel watcher, I was going to use the word fan, but that's not accurate. I think I'm going to be incredibly distracted if I see this film.
I would like to ask Josh.
Yeah, I'd be curious to get his thoughts on it as well.
Curious to get an actual fan's thoughts on it, but probably not as fun as Minions Rise of Groot, right?
No, I mean, the lore on that is so much fucking deeper than Marvel. Are you kidding?
Banana.
And Kevin the Minion.
Yeah, and yeah, that's it.
I think I saw the Minions movie on a plane once.
I think I watched an illegal copy of the Minions movie. Can you imagine? What did you get done for? Oh, I robbed the bank. Oh, I
did a murder.
I killed someone. What did you do? Oh, I watched a pirated copy of the Minions movie. Right, Tim.
Yep.
Jokes. Oh, we've also got our mate showing up.
We do have our friend showing up soon. I don't know where he is.
Got any good questions for him this week?
We had a fan question come in.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll come to that once we've done some jokes. Because I'm sure he'll be here by then. But here's the jokes.
Here. That's pretty funny, to be fair. That joke was weak.
This is our joke of the week section, where Tim and I will tell each other jokes until one makes the other person laugh. At that point, the joke section will be over, and the joke that made the other person laugh will be declared the joke of the week. Tim, how many jokes have you got?
I got 9.
I think you've got more. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. By the way, audience, join in. Let us know where you laughed if you did.
Please, I really like seeing that.
Yeah. I was on a driving lesson, put my car into reverse and said, this takes me back.
Good.
Yep.
Why did the teddy bear say no to dessert?
Why?
Because he was stuffed.
I thought it was going to be better than that. I was getting ready to laugh based on the build-up because you were chuckling a bit.
I like it because it's so fucking dumb.
I like it.
Okay.
How do you know if a clock is still hungry?
Oh, I don't know.
It goes back 4 seconds.
Okay.
No?
No. Tim, what makes the best present?
What?
Broken drums. You can't beat them.
That's good. That's good. Classic optimism humor. Yesterday, I farted in the Apple store and everyone got really angry. It's not my fault they don't have windows.
Good. What did the lunchbox say to the refrigerator?
What?
Don't hate me because I'm a little cooler.
That's really clever. That's
It's
really
so
clever.
Shit.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
Victoria's Secret has released a new bra called England Football Team. Its product description reads, lots of support, but no cup.
Oh, well, that just makes me sad.
But just don't order it online. It's not coming home. No?
No.
All right.
Wow. Well, Tim, I was walking down the beach and I heard a swimmer yelling for help with sharks circling him. And I laughed. I thought, that shark isn't going to help him.
It's really good.
It's not. You
I
laugh
love
at some
it.
terrible jokes.
Oh, I love it. Oh. That's pretty funny, to be fair. That joke was weak. I misread that as that's the joke of the week.
So the joke of the week is I was walking down the beach when I heard a swimmer yelling for help, shark circling him. I laughed and I thought, that shark isn't going to help him.
That's great.
So dumb. Tim, has our friend shown up?
Let me just check
is
out
he
the
at the
window.
door?
There is a taxi outside, and yep, there he is. Do you want to go get him?
I'll go get him. I'll just leave you with this music to tide you over.
All right.
Move, you bastards! Move, you lazy bastards!
There's a French bastard in these mountains called Loop. Bastard.
Hey up, you lazy bastard.
Hello, Sean Bean. How's your travels?
It was all right, but it was full of you'll never guess what. Bastards.
Yep, there it is. There's my guess. Where did you come from? What did you see in your taxi journey on the way over here?
I came from France, Tim.
Yep.
There was a French bastard in those hills called Luke.
Luke?
Yeah, it's in the bastard jingle.
I thought it was Loop.
Oh, it's Luke. Bastard.
Oh, well, I've misheard. Good news for you, Sean Bean. We've had someone send in a question.
Who is it? Are they a bastard?
They're not a bastard. They are the lovely Josh Scar from Talking Smack fame.
Oh, well, he's not a bastard.
He's not a bastard. He says, I've got a question for Sean Bean. In the James Bond movie GoldenEye, Pierce Brosnan's James Bond says during the opening facility sequence, "Buy me a pint." When Sean Bean's Trevelyan says James closing time James. Once they fall under attack from the evil Russians, what the hell does "buy me a pint" mean? I get the context, but it makes no sense.
Well, Josh Scar, James Bond is a bastard. Right?
Yep.
He said, "Buy me a pint." Then, don't know where the fuck to go. Then, when we got attacked, I couldn't buy him a pint because the bastard bar was closed.
Oh, okay.
Does that answer your bastard question?
It's kind of like an IOU situation, but with more bastards.
Not an IOU, because I don't want to owe him nothing because he's a bastard.
No, he owes you one.
Yes.
Great.
Bastard. Right,
All right.
Bastard. See you later, bastard.
All right, get in your taxi, Sean Bean.
Bastard,
See you
bye.
later. Bye.
Move, you bastards! Move, you lazy bastards!
There's a French bastard in these mountains called Loop.
Bastard.
I swear he says loop.
He might do. I mean, I took it from a thing, but you heard Sean. He's the one who read the script.
He is the one who read the script.
I can't get over when he's in the room. I just freeze with fear and I can't say anything.
I'm looking up the quote right now. Move, you lazy bastard. It just says there's a French bastard in these mountains. That doesn't help us.
Yeah. Well,
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Take Sean Bean's word for it.
I think I will.
Yeah. Good man. Good man.
Good man.
Tim, that's it.
That's it.
That's
Should we
it.
get to pub quiz question and skedaddle?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, shout outs. Do you want to do shout outs?
No.
No? All right, no shout outs this week. Fuck the lot of you. Your pub quiz question, Joey, as you're back at one, thanks to your phone or friend saving you. Complete the title of the Disney song, Never Smile at a Blank.
Minion.
It's not Minion, shockingly.
Banana. Eep, eep, banana.
Eep, eep, banana minion. No.
I don't know. What is it?
It is a crocodile. It's from the film Peter Pan.
Okay. Well, it would have been better if we had Lyle the crocodile.
That would have been very on point, but now we've got to deal with fucking Gru and the minions.
You were so excited, Tim. Don't even deny it.
I am, but there are better choices.
No, I don't think there is. Right, anyway, Tim, anything you want to say to the lovely listeners?
Oh, take that, you bastards.
That's not very nice.
Oh, sorry, I've been spending too much time around Sean Bean. He's a bad influence.
He is. He's a bastard. Right, he's not. He's lovely. I'll see you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.